Hi everybody. Today we're talking about caregivers who feel that they have no time, absolutely no energy, and no resources left to do anything. So many caregivers dislike being told to take care of themselves, that idea of self-care, right? When there's so much to do. All the ongoing tasks, though, and the stress can result in mental exhaustion and other people perceiving that the caregivers refuse to do anything to change their situation, when in reality, they lack time, energy, and resources. I'm Pamela D. Wilson. I'm here to answer the caregiver question on this topic, a caregiver concern about being tired of being told what to do by other people. We'll talk about why other people may be giving caregivers suggestions and acknowledge that there is a point where all of this mental and emotional exhaustion can really leave someone feeling separated from life, detached, unmotivated, trapped, because all of these challenges seem too hard, too impossible to resolve. So let's begin with the idea of others telling caregivers what to do. Now, I will admit there's a lot of help and information on my website that suggests things that caregivers can do to have better relationships with aging parents, or manage difficult family situations, or work with healthcare providers. In fact, there's a whole 8-module course at PamelaDWilson.com. Just go to How I Help and you'll find the courses there. They're free. So, number one, why do people tell caregivers what to do? Well, many people offer suggestions because they have good intentions and they want to be helpful, right? These are people who care about the caregiver. And they may hear you complain to them or express sadness or frustration. And so what they're doing by making suggestions is they're wanting to help you. They're trying to give you ideas or tips about how you could do things differently. And instead of accepting this information as helpful, if you're in a place of burnout and exhaustion, you're like, whoa, wait, don't be telling me what to do. You don't live my life. You have no idea what's going on in my life. And honestly, they don't. They're trying to be helpful. So if this is you, there's a couple of things that you can do, right? You either stop complaining to these people so that they stop offering you suggestions, and you say, you know what, I just want to vent for a while. I just want you to listen. I don't want you to make any suggestions. Now, the other person has a choice, though. They can choose to stay and listen to you and say nothing, or they can say, you know, I'm tired of hearing you complain. All you do is complain. I can't be the person who listens to you. And that's their choice. That's their right. So number two, if you're a caregiver, again, you're maybe watching this, you're searching on the internet, you're trying to find help. And the thing is, you're probably going to find the help, even though you may not like what you find. The internet is an amazing repository of helpful information, how to do this, how to do that, videos, articles, podcasts, everything. And again, my website, PamelaDWilson.com, and this channel here, which hopefully I'm asking you to follow and share with your friends who may need help. But this YouTube channel is an example of how do I do this? It answers caregiver questions. So if you don't want to find helpful information that you're not going to like, stop searching the internet. But here's the thing. If you're really in that point where you don't want people to tell you what to do and you don't want new ideas and you're not interested in things, you may be so burned out and not realize it, that you don't even realize that you've come to this point of like no return, like past the point of no return, where you don't even recognize the risks to yourself of refusing help or refusing information and continuing on this path that is bad for you, that one day you're going to end up in the hospital or be diagnosed with health issues more severe than even the person that you care for. You might be emotionally drained, mentally exhausted, or just plain losing it, and you don't know what to do. And so instead, you're giving up thinking, I'm never going to be able to solve this, and I don't want other people to tell me what to do. And so you start isolating. So what feelings or what might be going on in your life to help you notice that things have really gone too far? You are at that point of beyond burnout. You might be feeling depressed, sad, or hopeless, anxious all the time. You're just on edge. The littlest things set you off. You don't care about anything. You don't have any interests or hobbies. You have put that part of your life aside because all you're doing is caregiving tasks. Anger, irritability with the person that you care for or with everyone in your life. You're having a hard time managing your emotions. You're up, you're down, you're angry, you're happy, you're sad, you're miserable. You're having trouble concentrating, even remembering things you're supposed to do or following through with things. Headaches, body aches, can't sleep, upset stomach, changes in appetite. Maybe you have health issues already, chronic health issues, mental health condition, and it's getting worse. Maybe you're struggling financially, trying to work and care for elderly parents or a spouse and pay the bills. You're worried about having a place to live. You can't keep up with any of your personal or your work commitments, and you're making excuses about why you can't or don't want to do something. If you're here, you're mentally and physically exhausted. And this results in, again, pushing other people away, self-isolating behaviors, avoiding contact with other people for a lot of reasons. You just don't want to bother. You don't want to be told what to do. You want to stay by yourself. This is not good for you. So look at your situation. If people are repeatedly trying to be helpful with good intentions and you're resisting, ask yourself why. What are you afraid of? Are you afraid that people might think bad of you if you admit that you need a little bit of help? Everybody needs help. Do you think that others will react negatively if you start taking care of yourself instead of them? And that includes the person that you care for. Are you afraid of that? Are you afraid of somebody being angry at you saying, well, you have to take care of me. You promised. You agreed. Well, not to the extent that you're damaging your mental health or your physical well-being. Did you agree? Are you worried about trying to make a change and you don't know how to do it and you think you're going to fail, so you're not even going to start? So even if you have gotten to a point where you're just so miserable, sometimes that misery can be comfortable if you're not ready to change. You know, do you think that everything happens because of external situations? Everything's coming at you and you just can't keep up with it fast enough, or these people are doing all these things to you? And while that may be true, may be accurate, only you have the power to choose otherwise, but you have to be in a mode where you are willing to listen to the opinions of others and seek help. Because you may be at that point where your brain is just so exhausted that it's shut down, it's turned off, and all that's left are your reactions to things. If you've been in this state for some time, it may not be easy to make a different choice because you've kind of gotten into this habit of shutting down and being angry at people and being frustrated and upset and not feeling like you could make any changes. So in a sense, your brain has been trained to fall into these negative patterns and these negative habits. And so it's hard work to shift from over here to over here. You have to be willing, you have to be ready and interested to start taking care of you and identifying and making changes to get the life that you want, so that you no longer have to say, oh, I don't have any time for this. I don't have any energy for this. I'm so exhausted. I've got no resources. Wouldn't it be nice to enjoy your life again, that life that you had before becoming a caregiver? I'm Pamela D. Wilson. My website is PamelaDWilson.com. Please check it out. A lot of hope, help, and support there for caregivers and aging adults. Also, please follow me on YouTube. Share this video. Share my channel with other people that you know who may be in a situation of feeling so lost that there is no help and support out there, and they don't know what to do next. Thanks for being here. I'll see you all again soon in another video.